This is a message to the people at Sony and the people at PlayStation. And we're going to talk about the PlayStation VR 2. Now, I know this thing was made for the PS5 and that it was a total failure due to the pricing and stuff, but I'm thinking of getting one. But if I want to get one in the future, there's this thing you need to add to it. I'm talking about 3D Blu-ray support. That's right, 3D Blu-ray support on the PlayStation VR 2. Just like the first one. Just like what you did with the first one after 3D TVs died off. But at first you didn't add 3D Blu-ray support for the PlayStation VR because no one was interested in 3D anymore. But I myself, I love 3D. 3D's the bomb. Yeah. Well, I have two 3D TVs, but there's some things wrong with their screens, like dead pixels, stock pixels, lines. You name them, I know them. Now, back in the day, I had a PlayStation VR, which I strictly used for 3D Blu-ray movies, but I sold it for money to save up for a Vision Pro. And look, Sony, I know you are discontinuing physical media in 2 years, but there are some things that I want to show you and that why I want 3D Blu-ray support on the PlayStation VR 2. I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. Now, I want to show you, Sony and PlayStation, that I still collect physical media. Well, specifically 3D Blu-rays, because I have two devices I use for 3D movies on Blu-ray. One, the Sony HMZ-T1 that you, Sony, made 14 or 15 years ago. I got this back in 2025, last year, and it's actually pretty good for 3D movies. Now, since I looked up that the PlayStation Store discontinued offering movies, maybe you should bring movies back on the PlayStation Store, but have have them in 3D in on well no sorry let me start over, not in honor, but if you could bring back movies on the PlayStation Store, have them in 3D capable with the PlayStation VR 2. Yeah, 3D movies on digital. And maybe add some movies that were released in 3D in theaters and never got 3D Blu-ray releases or 3D digital releases on the Vision Pro, like Angry Birds Movie 2, Blue Sky Studios movies such as Ferdinand and Spies in Disguise, maybe Rio. What else? Bolt. I have those on 3D Blu-ray, by the way. Meg 2 The Trench. Yeah, that's a good one. Maybe Planes Fire and Rescue. Yeah. That's a good one. Haven't watched that in 3D, but the 3D Blu-ray is hard to find since it's released in other countries. Anyway, back. Speaking of 3D digital, speaking of 3D movies on digital, I use this for 3D on. I use this for 3D on physical media. I have an Apple Vision Pro, which I strictly use for watching 3D movies. I'm bringing this bad boy out to show you. It's in the case right now. I'm trying to keep it safe. Well, I keep it safe, by the way. And I usually buy a 3D movie on Apple TV on the Vision Pro that I already own on 3D Blu-ray so that I can watch it anywhere. But at the bottom of my heart, Sony and PlayStation, if you're listening, besides wanting you to bring back physical media, which I also want you to do as everybody is boycotting you for it, I'm boycotting you for not having 3D Blu-ray support on the PlayStation VR 2. I totally want you to add 3D Blu-ray support on the PlayStation VR 2 like you did for the original PlayStation VR. Maybe have an update on it, an update of 3D Blu-ray support on the PlayStation VR 2, and have and bring back movies and add some movies in 3D on the PlayStation Store. Yeah, bringing back movies on the PlayStation Store. But most importantly, Sony PlayStation, if you're listening, please, please add 3D Blu-ray support on the PlayStation VR so that I could buy one in the future or for Christmas or for my birthday. That is my message to you, Sony and PlayStation. Mike out.